Well, I'm ready when you are.
Yep, I'm ready.
All right. Ready? Here we go. Oh, my name is Upper Peninsula Jim Bob. And I am talking with my friend UP Rob. Sometimes IP, but he is always UP. Rob. Jim Bob and Rob.
Jim Bob makes a lot of enemies in half the state of Michigan, I feel like.
That's right. I like to go around to the honky tonks. I like to smack the people around and tell them what to do. And I go into local businesses and I say, pay me money. And I stop harassing you and they give me $10. And then I leave for 1 week. And then I'm back for $10 more and I get it. I gets it. It's
So
Dudes
Jim
with
Bob,
Brews.
you're like, yeah, that sounds like the UP mob.
Oh, yeah, kind of. It's Dudes with Brews.
Cue it.
You're about to hear the greatest show of your life.
Dude.
Dudes with Brews on a porch with Rob and Drew.
For a person who doesn't like when things say something Rob, you know,
That was a joke to you. That was a joke to you.
your Zoom name is UP Rob.
UP Rob. I thought you'd get a kick out of it.
Yeah, I do like that very much. Robert is back. We're talking with him. He's in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. I guess that's really the only Upper Peninsula in the country, quite frankly. Right?
Yeah, are there any? I don't think there. Well, yeah, I think. Sure, there's Upper Peninsulas, but they're not fully disconnected from their state.
Right. Yeah, there's nothing like that separating. So Michigan divided in two, upper, lower.
Yeah.
You're in
Yes.
the upwards.
Yep.
Different time zone.
Different time zone.
Yep.
I'm Eastern now.
Is that what you are? You're on the east side?
Yep.
Oh, look at you. You're really changing things. You're really
Yeah, you're gonna go Central, Eastern, Central, Pacific Mountain.
So it's been a minute since I've seen you in person. Yeah, since I've seen you, quite frankly, like even in photographic ways. How are you doing? What's been new? Have you found love?
No.
Oh, well, we should probably talk about the beers though, right? Let's do that first.
Yeah, let's get into that.
All right, so I'm drinking something a little different than Rob is. So I'm drinking Lion's Tail Root Cause, the first root beer stout ever to be had.
I'm missing out on that.
Yeah, this was the last one I could find too, so I was like, I gotta grab this. From Lion's Tail and Nina. It is well, as you can imagine, it's a root beer flavored stout, or a stout that's like a root beer. But some more details, if you're wondering, is it's an American stout brewed with Sarsaparilla root and wintergreen, then conditioned on a mash of roots, bark, and seasoning provided by Milwaukee's Bitter Cube Craft Bitters. The result is a medium roasted stout with a nostalgic hint of your favorite root beer and a creamy finish. It is 6.6 ABVs, 51s on the IBU. And Rob, if you look at it, if you want to look at it in the camera, it does look like root beer.
It does.
Has a
It's
little
got
bit.
the thin line of foam. It's got the dark opaqueness.
Mm-hmm. And it's like, so you know, it's not your standard stout where it like looks like oil. There's a like a brownness to it.
Yeah. How's it smell? Give that bad
Horrible.
boy a sniff.
It smells horrible.
Like black licorice.
Kinda, yeah.
I don't know why that's what it look like. When I look at it, I think that looks like it's gonna smell like black licorice.
It stinks. I don't know how it tastes. Carissa took the last swig of the can, but apparently it was all foam, and she started making noises like sounds kind of like similar noises to when we have sex. So
I'm less jealous now. Well, sort of.
what? Unless what?
I said I'm less jealous now. Well, a little bit.
Would you make those noises if you and me made love?
I do whatever you wanted me to do.
Well, I'm gonna try this, and you can prompt us with your beer that you're drinking.
I am drinking Speedball Tucker from East Channel Brewing Company, which is right here in Munising.
Mm-hmm.
It's an IPA, It's a hazy IPA with Azaka, Simcoe, Amarillo,
Mm-hmm.
and Citra.
Nice. Pretty good.
That's all. That's all it says.
Okay.
I have not drank it yet. I think I actually did have it the other night when I went down there in an hour and I slammed 4 beers and ate a whole pizza.
Good for you.
It was good stuff.
Well,
It smells good. You can see.
yeah, it's got some haziness to it for sure.
I think you'd like this one.
Yeah. I think you'd
it's
like.
it's 5.7 ABVs.
Nice. I think you'd like this actually. It hold on, let me take another swig. It has a root beer taste to it, but it's not like overpowering. I've had some of like the bourbon root beer beers, and it's like they're not good. This one's pretty good. It has that mix of a stout and a root beer.
What do you say? It's more like mug or A&W?
It'd probably more like mug, not as much vanilla.
Yeah, dads.
I like like maybe a dad's, not as much vanilla. I do like. I mean, A&W root beer, fresh out of the keg, nothing.
Hands down.
The
Hands
best.
down. Best.
You gotta go there and get the frosted mug, and it's been a minute.
No
since I've had one
argument.
of those.
Yeah.
So
I don't even
good.
want to hear from listeners. Don't come in with that Sprecher bullshit.
Yeah, Sprecher's from Wisconsin, but
It's good root beer, but it's not A&W fresh A&W root beer.
right,
It's
fresh
the best.
A&W root beer is just the bee's knees. Quite, I've been saying
Yep.
quite frankly a lot. But
I heard somebody say, in full honesty, like they weren't being facetious or anything. A golly or a G Willikers or what was it?
golly gee willikers.
I feel like it was G Willikers, but I swear there was a golly in there too.
Yeah.
She couldn't get her glasses out of her hair.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and that was her go-to phrase.
I mean,
That's where I am. That's where I'm living right now, Drew.
so you're living in like the
Where's-
1930s.
Dude, they sound an alarm every night at 9:00.
What?
9:00 p.m. and it's still from back when it's to signify this where are your children?
Really?
Yeah, like before cell phones where they could text like where the hell are you? They had this siren that you can hear all over the town. Sounds every night at 9:00.
Young Billy, you better get your tuckus back into the home when the sound of the alarm at 9:00.
Oh, 60 years.
60 years every day for 60 years at 9
For
o'clock.
60 years. I didn't mean to cut you off. My dad just gave me that intel.
Oh no, that's good. So are you ever sleeping at that time and then you get woken up by it?
That's normally like the bedtime bell,
Yeah.
but we've been staying up a little later, but we're working early, so my dad gets up earlier than I do, so normally when the 9:00 bell goes, he's like, all right, this is the last cigarette.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How's your
It used to be light out still, and when I first came up here, I feel like it was just getting dark when that light went off, like because
Mhm.
it stays dark up here or light until like 10:00 in the summer, obviously.
Yeah. You like it so far though? It's nice.
It's very peaceful.
Does it feel different than your former home of where I'm currently located?
It's got a different feel to it, yeah. But it's also got familiarity too, because it's what, at least 6 times smaller than Fond du Lac in terms of population. But there's still 2 bars and 2 breweries, and so they get their drink on up here.
For sure. I mean, that's more
So
breweries
feel
than we
like
have
home.
around than we have in our town, because there's none here. And you got 2 with where you are, so
There's 3 coffee shops here too. It's like, so there's like tourism industry here that.
yeah.
There is a Hardee's. It's only open when the person decides to work.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's 1,100 people here. Oh, I thought it was 5,000. Like somebody told me some. So it's actually like 1/30th of the population
Jesus.
of where you are.
That's crazy.
That makes so much more sense to me. Somebody told me 5,000. I was like, I don't know where all these people are, but
They're not around here?
I haven't seen them.
Yeah. So you've been working with your dad. How's that going? Are you liking the work? Is it you can finally talk back to the boss and not have to worry about getting fired?
I told him that I need my hours adjusted so I can sleep in more, and he didn't seem to like it.
Yeah.
But the boss is okay. He's all right. See, now that he knows he's on record.
Yeah. That's good.
But no, it's going good. I mean, it's the complete opposite of what I'm used to, working in a factory or whatever. It's like I get to work outside, and he does the majority of the hard work. So
how does that impact your mindset? Your mindset set?
I mean, I don't know. It's different because I'm trying to work to make sure he gets these jobs done. I have a lot more like invested, but I'm also not as good at the job as I'm used to being at, like in a factory setting. I know how that stuff works and I can be quick, and it's just I can get those movements down. Whereas this is like painting and there's like different, it's just stuff that I like. He does it like it makes it look like it's nothing, but then when I go do it, it's not the same.
What's your diet been like?
What's that?
What's your diet been like?
Well, since there's nowhere to eat here,
except for Hardee's when they want to open.
Well, yeah, rarely can you get Hardee's because there's always a line.
Oh, okay.
But I've been eating a lot of chicken stuff, soup, chicken, and soup.
Oh, I asked because you look fatter.
I thought my face looked swollen. It really did. This morning I was like going in the mirror and I was like, man, I look like I'm.
Well, that was one of your goals, wasn't it? To plump up a little bit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Not my face though.
How's yeah, well, how about the rest of your body?
That's still skinny.
Still skinny. Now, you know what they say about the camera, it adds 10 pounds, or is it more just we just say that because that's really how we look and we refuse to believe it?
Yeah, I think we're just all in denial.
I would think so too. I'm fat, Rob, again. I ran today. I only did a little over a mile, and I'm coughing as a result. So that's fun.
Yeah, that's running never sounds like fun to me, so.
No. It's I don't know, I just need to get back into it. It's good for you. And
I skated with Mike before I came up here.
And
I literally felt like I broke my hip for 3 days.
Oh, really?
It was like I didn't even fall. I actually like skated really well, landed a bunch of tricks that I haven't landed since I was like 22 or something. And then the next day my legs were just like, this is what you're going to feel like in 40 years.
Well, you've been out there for a handful.
2 weeks.
That's it? 2 weeks?
2 weeks and a couple days.
Feels like an eternity. But have
Hello.
you surveyed the area for local ladies? Are you looking for love still? Have you got on that Facebook dating app and see what Musnine has
Munising,
whatever the fuck Frankie Muniz has to offer?
I mean, I've gone out with checked out the local talent.
Have you met any? Have you schmoozed with any
ladies? That sounds like such a douchey thing to say.
It is.
Yeah. Wow.
I'm leaving it in.
Out of my mouth. I feel horrible about that.
I'm leaving it in. It's not getting it taken out.
There's nice people up here.
Yeah.
But I'm also like, because this is such a touristy area, I'm having a hard time like until I'm established as like, hey, I'm going to be here for a while. So I got to like go down there every like twice a week or 3 times a week for a couple of weeks. And then people will start talking to me, I hope.
You say it's touristy and stuff. I've never heard of it until you mentioned it.
1.5 million people come through this town.
For what?
Fireworks, fall colors, and snowmobiling.
And there's that lighthouse like in the middle of the lake or whatever.
That's not here.
Oh, it's not?
Grand Island is here. Maybe there's lighthouses out on Grand Island, but that island is so big, it's not like just an island in the bay.
Sure. Any haunted shit?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. But I haven't gotten to find it yet. I actually was just at this store called The Taste of Switzerland.
Mm-hmm.
And I was in Marquette, which is a bigger college town.
Yep.
45 minutes from here.
Okay.
And I went into this little thing, and it was like the paranormal secrets of Michigan, up of the UP or something,
Mm-hmm.
like Lost Paranormal or something like that. And I was gonna buy it, but it was like $28.
Oh,
And I was like, you know what? I'll Google that shit.
and you're like, I can't read.
So yeah, I'll find a video on Google. It'll YouTube, Google, something.
Yeah, it'll be on there. You'll be able to find it and work your way through it. That'd be cool. That'd be fun.
But I do help my dad at the church.
Doing what? You're an altar boy?
No, he does maintenance at the church now
Maintenance at the
as
church.
well. It's like 20 hours a week or something.
So like if it's if it has like a leak, you just use it for holy water, right?
That's what we do. Yeah.
Yeah. Good.
We just reroute it. But so I get to be in the church when there's nobody in there, and it's like an old ass church.
Is that
It's creepy.
Yeah.
It's very creepy. I had to go vacuum these back classrooms, and like, okay, like
You hear the
I'm not
cries of a
talking-
child.
there's no windows back there, man. It's like I don't even know where in the like when I'm thinking of the layout of the building, as I walk into it, it's like a maze of hallways and then classrooms with no windows.
Yeah.
And you feel like you're deep underground in there, and then it's like pitch black, and then you turn on a light, and the light only goes so far down the hallway, and your eyes start playing tricks on you. And because I'm not a big church guy, like that gets into my head, and I start thinking I see things in the doorways. And
Maybe you do.
I don't know.
Is it nice to not be in a room where someone was once murdered? I mean, you could be in the church. You never know. But your haunted apartment, you're out of it. We never did that session with Todd. We should.
No, we didn't.
That's a bummer.
Things were pretty cooled down at the end there. I think.
What if she
my
came with you?
laissez-faire attitude put her at rest.
Did you say bye?
No, I didn't.
So you just left? You just left the
I
ghost
just
without saying?
left. Yeah, I just left.
No
Wow, what a
fun
dick
while it
move.
lasted? Like nothing like that? No goodbye letter?
I was so ready to get out of there that it was like she knew what was going on.
So I found
She saw the writing on the wall, if you will.
the writing of the wall that was written in her own blood.
Yeah.
So I recently found this article. It was a house in in the UK. A family just moved in, and they were doing some like renovation or whatever, and they've opened, they hit the drywall, made a hole, and in it, looking back at them, is this doll. Okay, doll in the wall. It's kind of like a rag doll. You can I don't know if you can really see the picture.
Yeah.
And along with
Sort of.
it came a note. And I thought this would be interesting. I'm interested to hear how you would respond to it, what you would do. But it says, "Dear reader / new house owner, thank you for freeing me. My name is Emily. My original owners lived in this house in 1961. I didn't like them, so they had to go. All they did was sing and be merry. It was sickening. Stabbing was my choice of death for them, so I hope you have knives. Hope you sleep well." And that was a real thing. That really happened. What would you do?
Well, I'd find out if somebody was stabbed in the house, I guess,
I don't know. Yeah,
in the 60s.
I was thinking you would just.
That's a little too on the nose. I don't think that a doll would be that, like, literal about what's going to happen and what happened. I think that they, like, a spirit has a lot of time on his hands, Drew.
Yeah.
Whether it's in a doll or whether it's just an apparition, it's got a lot of time on its hands. I think it doesn't go with its first draft. And that feels like a first draft, so I feel like that's a joke.
Well, when you look at the paper, it doesn't look old. It looks fairly new. And so the person thinks it was put there because, like, recently, because it said that, it just looks old or doesn't look old. And then he said there was a wire coming out of where the previous owners had the fridge, and he didn't know what the wire was, so he knocked it a bit, and then the plaster board opened, and that was there.
I feel like that would have been great if they sold the house, didn't sell to somebody who was so, like, oh, what's that thing? I'm gonna
I'm gonna
knock on
pull
the
it.
wall. Like they probably didn't expect whoever put that in there didn't expect it to get found for 50 years.
Yeah.
And then it's like then it gets creepy.
Don't you have a
Because
creepy doll?
Google doesn't go. I do,
You,
Christopher.
you still have it?
It's at my mom's.
Yeah.
Yep.
What? Didn't you say weird things happen with that?
I mean, it definitely moved at the apartment, but never outside of there. I don't think it was the doll. I think it was the apartment.
Okay.
Because it wasn't like moving its arms or something like that. It just was like off the dresser twice. That happened. Once I don't necessarily know that it wasn't my crazy ex that just put it down there and wanted some attention, acting scared. But one time when I left and the doors were locked, it was definitely not on the ground, and I came back and it was on the ground.
Okay. And never, nothing else with it?
I put it in the cupboard and locked it.
The cupboard.
There's like you got a storage, those hallway cupboard cubbies or whatever. Yeah, I put Christopher in there and locked it, and that's where he stayed. So I'm afraid to sleep with him anywhere near me just because he's probably pissed about that if it was him that jumped off the dresser.
Yeah. Do you believe?
Not discounting that, but I don't think that's what happened.
Okay. Well, I just know you had some weird dolls and stuff like. Do you?
I have one weird doll, and it was a gift from my grandma. It's not like I have dolls. Not that there's anything wrong with having
That's what
dolls.
they say. That's what they all say. That's what they all say.
A doll. He was made on the same day that I was born.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's why
That's kind of weird.
Gifted him.
And his name is Christopher. Did you name it Christopher, or does it come with that?
No,
name?
my grandma did. It wasn't given to me as a child. It was given to me when I was like 22, 23. What's even weird about that is my grandma showed up with it as a baby, and then we were meeting at Rolling Meadows for lunch. Me and Lydia were together at that point.
Sure.
And my grandma, she gets up and she picks up this baby that she has in a carriage, and then she goes, "Here's your baby," and gives it to us in the restaurant as if she's
handing a child.
Yeah, like just a baby exchange at your local diner. Because he's got some lifelike features, but the waitress was definitely creeped out by it.
Yeah, I think I would be too. I think I would be as well. So in your time in the UP, we've established you haven't reached out or tried to attempt to make any connections and find love, which you should still do. I think
I may have found a job though.
You already have a job.
No, a job in LA if I want it.
Oh yeah?
Check this out. I met a fisherman who comes up here to fish because his family's around here for the couple months in the summer. But he captains a boat out of San Francisco, and he knows captains that need people out of that dock in LA.
Yeah.
Go be a fucking ocean fisherman.
That'd be wild.
He was like, "Hey, if they hear that you're from the Midwest, like they'll hire you on the spot because you like there's just a work ethic mentality that comes with the Midwest that most people will hire you if you're from this area."
Yeah. Are you gonna do it?
I don't know. I thought it'd be a kind of an interesting experience.
How's that?
To go out on a boat.
What's your timeline?
He just said he gave me his number and he said, "Just call me if you ever need work down there."
Okay. When are you going there? Do you have a plan or?
I'm hoping November. I'm guessing the first of January would be the latest. Because if Noah doesn't have his stuff going by then I'm gonna have to go and he can meet me out there.
Gotcha.
But I'm hoping November.
Maybe in that time you should find some love and she can come with you.
No one wants to leave here.
Yeah.
Or they all do. I don't know. I can't figure that out yet.
All right.
Maybe they don't. Maybe the Wi-Fi is down when they're trying to get their bus tickets or something.
Yeah. Well, Rob, since you've been gone, your best friend Phil has been up to some shit.
Yeah, I heard him barking on the last episode, and you yelled at him, and it made me go. I was like, "That's a little harsh, Drew. A little harsh."
What did I say? I told him to shut up.
He said, "Shut the fuck up, Drew," or Phil.
Oh, I left that in there. I was supposed to edit that out. Oops.
It definitely okay, so I will say this, like I was like, if that's a gag, he really committed. If it's not a gag, shame on you, Drew. Shame.
Let's tell him to be quiet.
If you ever tell me to be quiet like that,
well,
I'll shut up. I will
just,
shut the fuck up because it scared me. It scared me to my.
He just kept doing it. He's barking at nothing. But he ripped my couch, Rob. He ripped it.
The new one?
Hell no, not the new one.
Oh, so did I just give away what happened from the ripped couch?
I don't think I've talked about. So I had a couch. We had the couch. You're familiar with the couch. You've slept on the couch. You've spent some time with it.
It's a good couch.
Yeah, it was given to me by my grandparents when I moved into this house, which is very nice of them. You know, Phil hasn't been in a kennel for well over a year. Come home one day and it is shredded, just shredded, and nothing like out of the ordinary had happened. It was, you know, a typical thing. And
how do you know it was Phil?
Because Barry was in the kennel, in his kennel.
That's what Barry would have you believe.
Are you kidding me?
He got out. He chewed it up.
No, he
didn't. He locked himself back in the kennel.
Right, yes.
I think it was Barry. I really do.
But Phil did it. Carissa found it. Luckily for Phil, Carissa found it. And I had to buy a new couch.
I'm just saying. My new conspiracy theory is Barry could be in Mensa.
So he's the smartest dog to ever exist.
Yeah. He could be in Mensa, and he's making Phil look bad, so that he becomes his the favorite dog.
Oh well, I hope you know.
Barry's an evil genius. He's kind of like the fat Barry on Family Guy.
Well, Rob, I got some news for you about Barry.
What's up?
He's sick.
Really sick?
He's sick. Yeah.
No, I'm just joking. Sorry. Bad joke.
Not eating.
He's like not eating.
Not eating.
I don't want anything bad to happen to Barry.
Throwing up yellow bile and stuff.
Have you taken him to the vet yet?
Yeah, we took him there yesterday.
What'd they say?
Feed him chicken and rice. So now I have to boil a fucking chicken breast at 5 a.m. so he can, and then cut it up, make sure it's at the right temperature, cut it up and give it to him as food. And then of course Phil wants in on the action. So I do give him some pieces of the chicken, but it's for Barry, and it's a real hassle. I'm not gonna lie. And then there's medication involved, and trying to get a dog to take medication, even when it's doused in peanut butter, sometimes just isn't the ticket.
No, that's never fun.
He's on the mend though. He's acting a bit normal today. Still not 100%, but he's definitely got a little.
What ailment is the prescription chicken and rice?
It's just a bland diet because they think he has a gastrointestinal infection somehow.
Barry's had it rough, man.
Barry is a lemon for sure because if anything wrong that could happen to a dog, it's happened to Barry. I mean, he had surgery on his eye because he had hair follicles growing on his eyeball. When he got neutered,
that still is just terrible.
Yeah, when he got neutered, they had to go into his abdomen because his balls didn't drop, and he had to get like all these fucking stitches and stuff. And just everything is wrong with him. I think he's had worms before, ringworm.
Do you think he's like a reincarnated pug? Think he was a pug in a past life?
Why are pugs tend to be sick or what?
I'm pretty sure pugs are the ones that are like shouldn't be alive, right?
Maybe.
I mean, pug owners will get very defensive at that statement, but they're like, they literally are a pile of dog. Like, that's it. You have to like suck the mucus out of their nose and every couple of weeks.
Oh, really?
They can't breathe right. Like they can't. Yeah, you have to make sure they don't like suffocate in their sleep. They're terrible. Yeah. And I feel like that when you say a dog that has all the problems it can have, I think of a pug.
Yeah. Maybe
But I could be getting that name wrong. It could be some other type of dog. But it's the one with the scrunched up face that like the skin doesn't look like it fits the bone structure.
Yeah. Excuse me.
That's a pug, right?
Yeah, that's a pug. I got the hiccups. Sorry. But yeah, so he's been battling that, and then it's just a real pain in the ass.
Yeah, that sucks.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what to tell you. I got no dogs. I got no kids. I got no worries.
I'm going to try to talk while holding my breath because I got the hiccups. It doesn't work. I still have them.
You ever play Farkle?
Farkle?
Yeah.
No, what is that?
It's a dice game. I've been getting into some Farkle.
Have you met anyone to D&D with there?
No, but I was talking to this guy, Earthos Creations. His name is Ben.
Oh, I thought his name was Earthos Creations. I was like, I've been talking to this guy, Earthos Creations. I was like, okay, yeah, he plays D&D for sure.
Yeah. No, that's his tag, his Twitch tag, but he's a guy I've been chatting with for a while. And I was just on his stream talking about the podcast before I came on. He's going to check us out. But he wants to... Am I talking too much?
No, keep talking so I can hold my breath longer.
Oh, that's it. Okay, well, you doing that made me stop, so we got dead air. What are you going to do? But we're trying to set up maybe a potential D&D sesh. But no, I don't think I should dare mention D&D up here in the UP. This is a hard-working people up here, and they don't get the concept of you roll the dice and then you talk through somebody else's voice to do. Well, if I want to go to the shop, I'll just go down the street to the shop.
Yeah.
It's like there's a disconnect. It's a waste of time.
So
up here,
you're telling me you and some of your friends do all this weird fantasy shit? And you pretend to be other things that you aren't and battle dragons, eh? That's what you're telling me?
Yep.
Sounds pretty fruity if you ask me.
Yeah. So what did you say? You're an elf? Elf? Half elf. Half elf, half what? I don't get it.
Yeah.
Hurts my brain.
Yeah, I could see the people in the UP being no offense, but simple-minded.
They're not really. I mean, they're just. It is weird up here, like where it's just like people are friendly, but they're also like they sit on they have their views and they let them be known or whatever. But everybody is kind of in the same boat. So, but it's and it's like it's just a different mentality up here, especially in the fall because the winter is coming. It's like and when the winter comes,
Jon Snow said that.
Yeah, and he wasn't joking. He was talking about the UP. They filmed that scene in the UP.
They traveled all the way to Upper Michigan.
Yeah, don't look that up, but I'm pretty sure that's true.
I still have never watched a second of Game of Thrones.
You're an idiot. It's a great show.
I kind of, at this point, it's kind of like a trophy. No. It's kind of like a badge of honor.
No. Why would it be a badge? No, it's a badge of stupidity.
Badge of stupidity? I've done a lot of stupid things.
I've got plenty of those badges myself, but it's such an easy one to remove. You just go watch Game of Thrones. Yeah. It takes 3 episodes tops, and you're all in.
You're in. Well, I mean, I've done some stupid things.
Guess what, Drew?
I got married once.
Your favorite characters? They're
got
gonna
married
die
again. A lot of dumb things I've done. My favorite character dies.
It will.
Yeah, in the first season, the main guy dies. I know that.
There's a lot of people that die.
The main character in the first season dies, right?
He does.
Yeah, one of my professors dropped that spoiler.
It's a hell of a spoiler to drop.
I know, and it was like, this is like years ago. This is when Game of Thrones was still on, and I was like, I think it was only like this. How many seasons is there? 8. I think they probably were on season 2 or 3 only, and he dropped that, and I was like, bro.
I remember when somebody dropped a spoiler, they were like, Bruce Wayne is a billionaire. And I was like, you just fucking blew that movie out of the water for me. What the fuck?
Yeah, that ruined it for you.
But that's basically the same as the Ned Stark thing. It doesn't matter.
Ned Stark.
That's who dies, dude.
Oh, okay. I know.
It's minute in terms of the overall story. It had to happen.
Mm-hmm.
It all has to happen.
What's been the biggest spoiler ever dropped on you?
I don't necessarily know if I always tell people go ahead and spoil it for me because
Really?
I'm more about the movie itself. Like I look at more than just the ending of
Yeah,
a movie.
because you're a snob.
I am
Mm-hmm.
because I like Ugetsu and the bicycle thief.
Ugetsu.
That might have been the biggest spoiler, and the title is what spoiled it for me. The bike got stolen. Damn it.
Yeah. I had
but
Han Solo spoiled for me. He shot
why?
first.
You fucking.
And
I'm
then-
not going to go into this anymore.
And then his son killed him.
I've talked to so many people about this,
Yeah, and
they all agree with me,
they're wrong.
and they all agree with the fact that the character wouldn't shoot first. He's a maverick. He's a hero.
Mm-hmm, sure.
Yes, he's a little disgruntled, but he did not shoot first.
Yeah, I had that.
Ty goes to the Greedo too. So I mean, I'm just saying, if they shot at the same time, Greedo shot first.
Okay.
Still,
Yeah, I had his death spoiled on me.
Solos?
Mm-hmm. His kid
Yeah,
killed him.
I honestly don't even remember that happening.
Oh, it happened
I saw
in
the movies.
Yeah, what was that?
Revenge of the Last Jedi.
The first of the. It's like
Awakening.
It's the first of the new one. Is it
Yeah,
The Force Awakens?
there it is. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. And then I watched the next one, and I was like, "This fucking sucks." And then I didn't watch the other one.
Which is the one with Rey?
Those ones, Force Awakens.
Oh, all of them.
Mm-hmm.
So which is the one where Solo gets back in the Millennium Falcon?
Force Awakens.
Okay. Those three movies.
Then he dies at the end.
They literally remade the first original 3 Star Wars, just they condensed them into like a movie. But I will say this: when Chewbacca and Han Solo got back in the Millennium Falcon in that movie, I teared up.
Are you kidding me?
No joke, I teared up.
Why?
It was just, it hit me hard. It hit me hard.
You'll never see me cry over a movie or a TV show. Ever. Never. Never.
Knowing your personality, that doesn't surprise me.
What does that mean?
Take it how you want to.
No. Explain. My personality. What's wrong with my personality? I'm a pretty
You're
good...
a cold hard bitch.
I'm
You're a cold hard bitch.
Why?
I don't know.
Because
Because you yell at Phil for barking, and you didn't cry at Solo getting back in the Millennium Falcon. And need I say more? Greedo shot first. Deal with it. End of story.
So I recently watched Uncut Gems.
I was gonna watch that a few times, but notice how he's changed the subject so smooth and quickly and subtly.
Well, that's a big
He doesn't
spoiler.
know.
I could spoil the ending for you.
For it.
So, all right. It was a pretty highly acclaimed movie, right? Up for
He
some
gets
Oscars.
he gets some diamonds and a fish, based on the trailer, right?
Kinda. It's just like a fossilized weird gem that he
Okay.
gets from Ethiopia. He's got a gambling issue. He is a jeweler. He pawns other people's jewelry so then he can make bets on sports. Because then obviously he can't shuffle around his own inventory. He, cleans other people's but he pawns it, hoping to win the money back to get the jewelry back, and then whatever. He owes this dude money, and it's kind of like this cat and mouse game. I got you, and it's all and that Kevin Garnett is in it, the basketball player.
KG.
Mm-hmm. So then he plays a role in it. But in the whole movie, a lot of it's like 4 people talking at once. Like the whole time.
Okay.
And it's kind of hard. Like it's not hard to follow, but at the same time it's just like, where's this going? And then the last thing happens where he gets the money from Kevin Garnett because he buys the Ethiopian gem from him. And then he has enough money where he could pay the guy off. But no, he gives it to the girl that he's cheating on his wife with, writes a bet down, goes, go to here, make this bet. She does it, all right? And then it's all on the game that Kevin Garnett's playing. And there's like certain things that have to happen for him to win huge. They all happen. In that time, they're watching the basketball game. The main guy and his goons are stuck in like a security room. They're watching it with him, right? They see it. Everything happens. He wins big. He wins $1.2 million. And he was like, yeah, I can pay you back. Woo, woo, woo. We got all this money. Yippee. And then he opens the door. One of the henchmen shoots him in the head.
Nice. I like it.
And you're just like, holy shit.
See, that's okay. If you wanted to know a movie that somebody could have spoiled the ending for me on,
yeah,
it would have been The Mist.
Fuck that ending.
One of the best endings to a movie.
One of the best endings to a movie?
The best ending I've seen to a movie ever.
I'm going to kill everybody and my kid. If I only had hesitated for 3 more minutes, would have been fine.
Dude, that's what's so fucked up about it, though. He had 5 bullets and 6 people.
Yeah.
So he drew the he was like, did the man up move where he's like, I'll shoot my entire family and I'll live till these monsters come and get me. And then they get eradicated upon walking up. That's a powerful ending to a movie. I don't care who you are. You should appreciate the tragedy of that.
I could never kill my kids.
No, that's the whole point. No, he didn't want to either.
I think he did.
No, he did
I think
not.
He's like the whole time he's like the whole time he's just like, finally, here's my excuse.
Yeah, we're still doing the podcast.
I know.
Should we stop?
My dad's here.
Hello, Terry.
Drew?
That's Drew.
What's up, Terry? How you doing?
What's happening, my man?
Hey, good old Terry. I haven't seen him in a long time.
Yeah, with the microphone set up.
But
yeah, I like it. He doesn't have it.
Anything in the can?
Yeah, that one's full.
I don't want to try this. Sip it.
My dad's gonna try the beer. You want his take?
Yeah, I'll take his take on it.
All right, you want to get your take? You gotta put these on.
Wow. Really?
I didn't even give my take on the beer yet.
Yeah. This just in.
Hey, my man, what's up?
Well, how's it going?
Going good. I just happen to be here, I guess, just to do a sample, but
yeah, do it. Do you like IPAs?
I've drank them for years.
Yeah. What'd you think?
It's certainly not bad.
Yeah.
And I'm a beer, I don't like beers unless,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a good beer.
Yeah.
It's kind of freaky. Speedball Tucker. I don't get the name of it, but yeah, but it has an orangey tang to it at the end.
Yeah, some Citra hops on there.
Yeah, but it had if it was cold, because this shit's warm right there.
Mm-hmm.
In my book, it'd really be good.
Yeah,
but,
for sure.
I didn't think it was warm.
I don't know, but hey, man, it tasted great. I'm proud to be give me my 10 seconds and
yeah, for sure.
My first gig here.
Yeah, you're on. You finally made it.
All right, my man.
All right.
I'm gonna give you back to the expert, but I liked it. Bottom line.
Cool. See you, man.
Peace out.
Bye.
Yeah, you're on.
He's on. Finally, after all these years,
Yep.
Terry has made the appearance.
And he did a better job of critiquing the beer than I did, because I didn't say anything about it.
I thought you did.
I said what's in it, but I never tasted it and gave my opinion.
Okay.
But the Speedball Tucker is good.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that now. We can wrap it up. I still got the hiccups. I got to get rid of them, and it's interrupting my flow.
That sucks.
Mm-hmm.
But now we know we can at least do this. I hope the audio comes out well, because I'm on my phone, not my computer, because my computer is... I got to delete that Studio One app or whatever the heck it is. Is it called an app on a computer? I don't think so.
Yeah, it's a program, an app. Same thing. But yeah, no, this works good. So glad you're back on, and I mean, we'll do it.
It's good talking to you, man.
Yeah.
I miss people. Like, that's one of the things. Like, I just I don't know. I live with my dad and my aunt. And that's who I talk to.
Yeah, I can see how that'd be a little different.
I work
than,
with him, but my dad's cool as shit, so that's cool with me.
I agree.
But I'm sure at certain points I just go walk through the town because like you can literally walk through the town in 5 minutes.
Oh, really?
Literally everything is 5 minutes on foot from here, and it's all uphill too. Like we live on this hill, with it's tree covered like mountain-esque hill. It's like straight up and down kind of hill, and then it's 5 blocks north of us is Lake Superior, so it's like everything's just kind of leads down to that.
Nice.
And it's very nice here. It is. It's very peaceful. I like to just sit on the porch.
Absolutely.
Written a few things. Getting a little inspiration.
Yeah? Are you going to send it to
Yeah.
me? Can we do like a interpretive reading?
We could.
The leaves were changing. It was a frosty summer breeze, cooling my face down after a nice session of vigorous activity.
No, that's you make up my writing as if I'm a narrative writer, which I wish I could be. I've been looking into narrative writers, but little H.P. Lovecraft or
Yeah.
Hunter S. Thompson, I just was looking into.
How do you write then?
More omniscient, third person omniscience. Because the one thing I was thinking of a story like just as a writing exercise back when I was in Fond du Lac about a small like isolated area that everybody kind of knows each other or whatever, and then like somebody dies, and then it just like, and I know that this has been done, but it was more of a character driven exercise to learn how to write characters better. And I was like, but coming up here, I was like, this now I've got the language to set the mood of this isolated town, where then like some stranger in the forest that just comes and kills somebody and everybody starts pointing the finger at everybody and the whole social system falls apart, even though everybody can still trust everybody because there was nobody in the town that did that murdered somebody. It was literally somebody from the outside that nobody's seen. So like, but the town digresses into chaos because of it.
Interesting. Well, I think you're onto something.
But
cool, man.
I don't want it to write it and then there's a murder here. Like,
yeah, and especially if you're on the receiving end of the murder,
then I wouldn't be.
Yeah.
But two people did just pass away in Lake Superior, man. They like the lake is no joke.
Well, yeah. Was it super windy?
They were inexperienced kayakers that went out when it was too windy, and they washed up down at the paper mill plant.
That's too
One
bad.
of them did.
That's too bad.
Yeah, sad news around here, But that's Lake Superior. That guy, that fisherman that I met, he was like, I'm more afraid to fish Lake Superior than the Pacific Ocean.
Yeah.
And he goes up to Alaska and shit, does crab fishing.
Oh, all right. Cool. Well,
someday maybe I will have one season under my belt. I don't think I would ever do more than that, but
yeah,
it'd be an interesting thing to try.
Absolutely. Well, on that positive note, people die.
Yeah, right. Just cut that out. That's terrible.
No, I'm leaving it in.
But I do like a tragedy, so.
Yeah, absolutely. I drank Lion's Tail Root Cause, the Root Beer Stout. I would say I would maybe drink it again, but I'm never going to buy it again. Like, if you bought it for me, I would drink it. Does that make sense?
Yep.
That's good. What about you?
I will drink the Speedball Tucker again.
Yeah. You have to see if you can send me some somehow.
Yeah, I just bought a 6-pack of it too, so I could send some.
What you're not planning on coming back anytime soon, are you? A couple weeks?
Couple weeks for sure. It's going to be at least.
Mm-hmm.
It might be a month from now.
Okay. Well,
but yeah, we should try. Are we going to try and do this again in a week or?
Yeah, we'll see. We just got to see schedules. My schedule is fucking insane. It sucks.
I need to finish the Nightmare on Elm Street episode of your honeymoon of horror.
I didn't necessarily dismiss Black Christmas, but there was other movies that helped develop the genre of the slasher movies.
I'm just saying.
I got notes. Yeah, we know
I
you're
got
the
notes.
cinematics snob motherfucker of the podcast. We get it. You watch fancy dancy things like The Bicycle Thief and the fucking Yahtzee Man or whatever it is that you watch. But let me have my horror, you bitch.
I don't mean to be able to school you in your own genre, my friend. It's just how it goes sometimes.
All right, well,
Black Christmas predates Halloween.
I know, but really whatever.
It came out on like October 30th.
All right, you're right. You're right, Rob. You got this one.
I love to hear those words.
Yeah. Don't count on it happening too often. So
But I'll finish it. I'll get more notes to you. You know I'm good for them.
do you like it? Is it funny? Was it entertaining? Is there
No, it was entertaining, yeah.
Yeah.
And I was actually I definitely got sucked into it, but then the internet went out. So
yeah. Oh yeah, you didn't talk about that.
yeah, the internet literally for the entire town just went out for 4 hours today, and like everything shuts down except like they're just like, oh, no ATM, no cards, no this, and everyone's like, oh, that's why I keep cash on me.
Wow.
The internet goes out sometimes.
I have a crisp 20 in case this happens.
Yeah. So like when the internet goes out, there's no TV. There's no like the cable is through the internet.
Oh,
the
sure.
jam dots that they have, like you lose everything when the internet goes out, except for your landline phone. And if you have my phone gets no signal. I'm on roam all the time, so I can't actually use my internet. I can get calls, but so yeah, I'm just like started reading a book about Nordic mythology, and I was like, all right, fell asleep.
All right.
Took a little 2-hour siesta. Woke up, went back to work. Internet's back on. Life goes on.
Well, it sounds like you're living in luxury, Rob. But we look forward to hearing from you again soon. And any words of wisdom for the people before we go?
Just take a breath in, feel it go into your lungs, appreciate that shit. Unless you live in a big city, in which case,
don't go kayaking when it's windy.
Yeah, that's the real lesson of the podcast.
All right, Rob. We'll talk soon.
Also, Barry, I hope he feels better. I feel like I was an asshole because I made jokes.
Yeah.
And then he was sick. You really pulled a guilt trip on me there. Like Barry's an asshole. He's really sick, Rob.
Yeah, poor timing on your part, but
yep. I hope he pulls through.
Yeah, thanks.
Pew pew audio. Goodbye, everyone.